Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you, welcome. I'm doing this one today without shuffling the cards because in all honesty, I've just done a group session and I shuffled the cards then, and these cards came up with such a message that I just wanted to share them with you today. So I'm bringing you the Sun card, the Queen of Swords and the Strength card. So I'm just going to talk you through those now. And so I'm talking to those of you who need to get in touch with your inner child, who need to find real play, real joy, real pleasure in your life. And some of you may not have been able to do that as children. Maybe you had to grow up too fast. Maybe you were the one that had to take care of others in your life instead of taking care of yourself or having your needs met. So the Sun card today is an invitation to shine your light and radiate that wonderful divine light that you bring here to everybody around you. I get the sense that you are very loving, that you are lifting everybody else up around you. And yet, where's your self-care? Where is your self-love? And I want you just to turn your attention today to that inner child within you and make sure that you are allowing that child some freedom and some play and some joy in your life. And we have a Queen of Swords. So there may be a lot of noise going on around you. There may be a lot of confusion, or maybe you're thinking back to a time when things happened in your life. They may have been uncomfortable, things may have been said that were hurtful, things may have wounded you in some way. I'm getting a sense here that it's time to rise above that noise. So whatever has clouded you and made you feel a lack, I would say a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-esteem, really low, maybe on the floor, feeling really badly about yourself. You're spending time at the moment thinking about these things, and I'm asking you now with this clear sword and these clear blue skies to have that clarity of thought to lift you through those clouds to the open sky where you can find your joy. And so today is an invitation to just block out all the other noise, no matter what's going on, and just be really clear and focused. Because we have here the Strength card. And what I see here and what sort of came up for us is this idea of the union of opposites. So maybe you have been involved with, I don't know, some kind of anger, maybe some kind of harmful words. Someone's been attacking you in some way, or we're in your lifetime. This is maybe something that you're thinking about now or giving time to now. And so you rose above this in the most loving, graceful, radiant way. And yet it's time to recognize that whatever presented itself to you, whatever showed up, whatever words were said, whatever rage or anger or harm was directed at you, there was something in yourself that has surfaced or was able to be triggered by that. Because if you didn't have that in yourself, if there was a lack of self-worth going on, then someone saying something to hurt you would really trigger you and upset you in a really deep way. If you were full of self-worth and self-confidence, and you were really living your most authentic self and striding out into the world with not a care in the world, then any kind of words or actions sort of thrown at you would bounce off. So what I'm asking you to do today is consider where there are parts of you that you have left without being given support and encouragement, and that child inside of you. Where can you nurture that child a little more? And so this Strength card for me is suggesting a union of opposites. We see the ferocity, the big, strong lion who is causing attack and causing harm, gently being brought under control with grace, with love, with gentleness, with forgiveness. So today, can you forgive yourself first? Can you forgive yourself? Ask yourself that again. Can you forgive yourself? And then have a look at what it is within you that you need to embrace. The part of you that you feel is worthless, that nobody cares about, who's very, very alone. Embrace that part of you now. Pull them back in. This is a union of opposites, so bring them together through gentleness, through offering a warm embrace to those parts of yourself. You are not alone. There are so many people going through what you're going through now. And there are people around that you can tap into. There are places you can go. But the beginning stages of this is to build your own self-confidence, your own self-worth. Whatever that is to you. Sometimes some people have found this through looking in a mirror and saying the words, I love you, I love you, I love you, continually. Maybe thousands of times some people have said, until they finally felt it. And for others, I've been working with someone recently who's had a lot of stuff come up. And so what they've done and what I've encouraged them to do is to write. Just write it out. Let it pour out of you. She's starting to release emotions that had been hidden away, things she had forgotten about, harmful, shadowy aspects, things that were really holding her down and really heavy within her, really stuck. And so by giving them a voice, giving that part of her a voice, bringing it to light, writing it out, burning it, it's not to show to anybody, not even to yourself necessarily. You don't have to think about what you're writing, just let it out. Because this in itself is going to help you to bring more peace, more joy, more lightness within. So I'd like to invite you, if you are willing and able today, to close your eyes and let's integrate these energies. I want you to take some breaths into your heart. And I want you to feel that energy start to radiate like a sun. I want you to lighten up that heart space with sunbeams, with your own radiant self. Imagine this is your highest divine self within your heart space now, shining a light. And I want it to penetrate out into every part of your body. And anywhere that you're feeling stuck or heavy or anxious or anything else, anywhere you meet with some resistance, I want you to allow that sunshine to burn it away. To move through the spaces between the cells and clear a path and shine light. And let's bring each and every cell in your body into resonance and radiance with this love, this sense of divinity within you. Open your heart a little wider and let's see if you can increase the intensity of this sunshine in your heart now. And while you're in this space, I invite you, I'm going to give you a number between 1 and 10. And I'd like you to ask yourself what you were doing at that age. What was in your life? What was happening to you? What was showing up for you? How did you feel at that age? And maybe you're being invited to see an image of you at play. Or maybe you recognize that your childhood wasn't about play. You had to grow up really fast and maybe take care of others in your life. So whatever's coming up for you, just honor that now. And I'd like you, as your fully grown adult, to tap into that inner child and have a conversation with them. Ask them how they are and tell them the wisdom that you've learned as you've got older. That child is still the same one within you that was there all that time ago. What message do you have for them today? What would you like to share? And while you're doing that, I invite you to put a smile on your face. Can you share some words of encouragement, some words of healing, some words of love, compassion, forgiveness? Or just a knowing that, do you know what, everything's going to be fine. Everything is going to turn out just fine. We're going to be okay. We've got you. I've got you. And now I invite you to ask that inner child within you if it would like to share a message with you now. What would it like to say to you? Take the time to listen. What's your inner child asking you to do today that's going to lighten you up, bring you more joy, more pleasure, more fun, more playfulness? What's that going to be today in your life? And the Queen of Swords in the reading is asking you to get very clear about that one thing. What if there was one thing you could do today to cut out all other noise, all other confusion, any of the pain or suffering that's gone before? What could you do to cut through all of that into the clear blue skies and feel good, feel fun, feel more joy today? And where can you connect with your highest sense of self to do that? The sense of divinity within you. Can you sense that more? And maybe that's all you're being asked to do today, is to tap into that. And where, through the darkness, can we find ourselves? Where can we stop trying to reject parts of us that we don't like? Where can we stop letting go? Where can we start to let go a little bit more of worrying about those aspects, about those things? Where can we reach our sunshine, our divine light into those shadows and illuminate them? Take the energy out of them so that we're no longer triggered by opposing forces. And in time, because we have the infinity symbol above the woman's head in the strength card, in time, can we start to bring those opposing forces within ourselves into more balance through patience, through forgiveness, through love? And can we start to imagine that we can shine that out to those around us, even those that have wounded or hurt us or attacked us in some way? Where can we start to meet those opposing forces in our life with more love, more grace, more forgiveness? And so I'd like you just to raise your heart a little bit more in its frequency, a little bit more in tempo, give a little bit more brightness, a bit more intensity to that space now. And I ask you just to shine it a little bit more, a little bit wider. Let's send that love out to our friends, our family, our loved ones, our community, to the world at large, and to the cosmos. And now I ask you to open your heart even wider so that you can receive all of that love back in. Feel it in your heart now. Welcome it in like a warm embrace. Feel how that lights up your inner child. Feel how it lights you up. Have you still got a smile on your face? How does that feel? Tap in again to that divine essence within you. It is within all of us. sending you so much love today. And now in your own time, you can just come back to awareness within the room or wherever you are. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and come back into the room. And today, let that joy be your strength.